afternoon, Nena. The first one I would like to talk about would be my first writing experience.
Okay.
All right.
Shoot.
So I think my first writing experience wasn't technically physically writing, but it was kind of like a story that I would do with my aunt, and we would just come up with different things. It was always about fairies for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but we would always come up with fairy stories. And I think when I was about maybe like somewhere between the ages of 5 and 7, I wrote a real fairy story on a computer, and then I showed it to my dad, and he, I think he told me that I had too many ands and thes, and that just was like, I was done with writing after that, and I was like, I can't ever do this again. And then, I'm going to answer the second question about my first theater experience after this, because it ties together. After that, my mom put my sister and I into this strange community theater program that my town offered, and the director wrote all of the different plays that we did, which was interesting, but it was like always based off of something. Like the first one was called like Austin Powers Lands in Oz, that's what it was. So yeah, that was my first sort of interaction with doing theater. And then all throughout high school, I also did theater. I'm not really sure why, but I kept writing in high school as well. And I actually had a lead in a play, I think it was my senior year of high school, and it was The Marriage of Bet and Boo, and I was Bet. And it was awesome, actually, and I don't know how I memorized that much stuff, because I can't memorize anything now. It's just kind of a lost art to me. I think my first writing teacher, or it was my first English teacher in 8th grade, and he gave us this really strict sort of guidelines on how to write an essay, but because of that, I was able to like really do the form really well, and then I could expand on that and make it more creative. And then my freshman year of high school, I wrote an essay. I think it was like write something, or like write where your life will be in 10 years. And so I just made this like really like structured yet colorful story about myself, and the teacher read it to the class, and I was like, oh, I'm good at this. And yeah, but my advice that I would give to him would probably be keep on doing what he's doing, because he's still probably one of my favorite teachers that I've ever had. Well, the play that I submitted for Springboard is about, I think I've been saying 86% true and the rest not true. So it was kind of something that I needed to write, and it just like needed to come out of me, and it's kind of slowly snowballing into a novel or a collection of short stories or something like that. I think it's going to be like short stories that kind of overlap. And I wrote it because I needed to write it, and it was something that needed to get put down on paper, and it needed to be something tangible rather than something inside of me. A lot of it deals with issues of my family and the life that I've had with them, which has been both good and bad, and that's how it goes with everything. And it's just issues within myself that I needed to deal with and write down and share with people.